lady's sister said supportively. "You just—" she mimicked a sideways fall. "Like that, right against the arm of the seat. A most splendid way to— wilt." "Do not forget the way her eyes rolled back," Cora Kersley put in. "More like this?" And with a disturbing, if accurate imitation, she collapsed herself into a nearby sofa. "Ow!" Cora glared up at one of her younger sisters. "Whatever was that for? I was just pointing out—" "That she almost died." Brenna, another Kersley lady, rejoined in a less than discreet whisper. "You do not need to recreate the moment." Sylvia is dying," Cressida Olby, the Society's newest member, sobbed. And just like that, the room dissolved into chaos once more. Taking advantage of the mayhem around them, Annalee slid onto the edge of the settee beside Sylvia. "Here," she murmured, helping up the other woman. "Are you—" "Fine," Sylvia murmured. "Just mortified?" "Oh, hush. This is nothing to be mortified by. Now, getting caught building a champagne tower with a vicar, as I did a week ago." She waggled her brows. "That is grounds for humiliation." A little laugh escaped Sylvia, and she leaned her forehead against Annalee's. "Sylvia is crying," Anwyn said loudly, unfortunately for Sylvia, bringing the room's attention back their way. "Is it because she's "I am not dying," Sylvia called loudly, her voice rising above the din. "I am expecting." Silence met that pronouncement. Once upon a lifetime ago, Annalee had imagined babes for herself, little boys and girls, a whole gaggle of them, born to her and Wayland and— "Expecting what?" Isla Gately blurted. Annalee didn't blink for a moment, thinking she'd misheard the girl. Except, judging by the same blank stares from the other ladies, Isla wasn't alone in her confusion. Having lost her virginity at the age of 17 to her first love, and then having eventually found her way on a path of the wicked, it had been so long since Annalee had been innocent that she'd forgotten virtuous women were, in fact, very real. She'd moved out of her family's residence and in with two mature women, one a widow, and the other the lover of that widow's late husband. Sylvia smiled gently at the younger Gately sister. "I'm with child." There was another beat of silence, and then the room erupted with excited squeals as the ladies rushed to congratulate Sylvia. Annalee sat there beside her friend, taking in all the bright-eyed joy that filled the other women's eyes. Annalee was absolutely not at all envious about the news. At all. Liar. She'd have made a miserable mother, but she'd always liked those tiny humans. As the chatter died down, Cressida shot up a tentative hand. "How exactly is it that a woman comes to be with a child?" All eyes went to Sylvia. I... She cast a desperate glance Annalee's way. Valerie hopped to her feet and clapped her hands. "That concludes all the excitement for today's meeting. But—" Cressida was cut short by an elbow shoved into her side by Brenna. "Her ladyship might be dying," Brenna said sharply. "I'm not dying," Sylvia called again, as the loyal ladies hurried for the door, not breaking stride. "I'm really quite fine, you know." When most were gone, and only Annalee and Valerie remained, Sylvia looked to them. "I really am fine." "Of course you are, dearest," Annalee said, patting her friend on the shoulder. "What I am, however, is concerned about all of that. They do not know the ways at all between men and women." "No." Annalee flashed a grin. "Yes, I'd say a good number of our members would stand to benefit from lessons on les relations sexuelles." Two serious sets of eyes met hers. Realizing their intent, Annalee was already shaking her head. "They would, Annalee," Sylvia said. "And the Society has been floundering. We've gotten so very far away from what we started out as," Valerie said earnestly. "When we began, we were a group of women meeting, and our discussions evolved naturally. And